Okay, so Brian, I heard that you just got engaged.
Yes, sir. That is correct, actually.
Nice. Well, when's the wedding?
It is in October, kind of the end of October.
Hey, you know what else is coming out in October?
What?
The brand new hyped game Wizard with a Gun.
What? No way.
Coming out like 4 days before your wedding.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
So, I'm sorry, Bryant, but I'm not going to be able to go to your wedding. I'm going to be eagerly playing Wizard with a Gun. I'm kidding.
I wouldn't blame you.
It looks like a sick game. I'm not going to lie.
No, it does.
But, yeah, congratulations on getting married. Or getting married.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah. Soon.
I wish that would happen to me. You know.
Listen, bro. It's okay.
It's fine. I'm just gonna cry later. But
no, Jeremy, don't cry.
Wait, okay, here's the thing though. You know who's gonna have more gym motivation? It's gonna be the single guy here, so.
True.
So let's say I might just figure. Actually,
you're already bigger than me, so.
Wait, really? By like how much? I weighed myself. I'm 177.
How much do you weigh?
173.
Oh, okay. You're not that much more. I'm 171.
Oh. But you are stronger than me.
Fair.
Oh no, I kind of want to have it be a poll if we do like side by side. Like, if there was like a bodybuilding comp and it was just us two, who would be the more thick?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I'm like super pasty white, so that would take points off. But I feel like I am.
If we put the spray tan on, then like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It'll help.
Then then I wouldn't lose points. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just generally bigger than you, like, but also like I'm just taller, and so I have more like size, but you have like more mass on me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just because I'm getting put.
Well, I mean, you're on the bulk, man. You're on the bulk.
Yeah,
the eternal bulk, that seafood diet,
the freaking high metabolism hard gainer.
Yes, sir.
Natty Wonders, featuring Jeremy and Bryant.
Listen, the man in the cave doesn't care who you look like. He's gonna kill you anyway.
I learned that I need to eat cats and infants, apparently.
2 of the best therapy sessions. You got D&D and Heavy Circles. Anyway, probably introduce ourselves. Welcome back to Natty Wonders, the only podcast show that introduces the 2 greatest hobbies ever created, being a massive nerd and being a massive nerd. I'm your host, Jeremy Crumbo, and I'm joined here, as always, with Bryant. Bryant, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing amazing. How are you, Jeremy? It's good to be with you again.
I'm always good. Bryant, I just realized we never have said your last name on this podcast, and I think that's pretty funny. For one of the authors of this podcast, I put Bryant B because I didn't want to use your actual last name.
I mean, I don't care, but it's kind of funny at this point.
Like, you are now Bryant B, and it like has changed a bunch of times. So we're just gonna stick with it.
Yeah, let's do it. Bryant B, I like it.
It was only because like I wasn't sure if you wanted to reveal your last name or not. But
bro, I don't care.
All right.
Now it's gonna be funny because like our 15 fans are basically all people that we know, except for like the few that don't. And so
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, huh, I wonder what his last name is, and then just like stop caring because it's like not important.
Yeah, like we have some we have like 4 loyal listeners from Belgium, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure they are just like they review the podcast before it uploads to make sure there's no like copyright material in here. Anyway, moving on. Wizard with a Gun. That game is coming out October 17th. It's a cool indie game that if you like the game Don't Starve or Exit or Enter the Gungeon, then you'll definitely like this game. Looks like a survival roguelike shooter.
Sorry, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Guys, can you stop fucking yelling, please?
Wait, what's.
I recorded the podcast. I texted the group chat. I texted the group chat.
I'm
Okay,
leaving that in.
sorry.
I'm leaving that in. You just saying,
Whatever
guys,
you want.
it should stop talking.
Them talking is not the problem. It's, yelling. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'll move out soon. I'll be able to just record in a nice quiet room with no one yelling in the background. It'll be nice.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to what do we want to go on to first? Should we go on to
Gymtok, slander.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Right.
do that.
We've got some funny videos. This guy's been blowing up recently. At Pump Paradise. No, yeah, this is an original content guy. So Pump Paradise
Nice.
has an insane physique and he makes memes about the gym. And this one was really funny. Because I'm kind of starting to well. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get it. This one says when the pre-workout doesn't kick in anymore. Puts in a little scoop. Yep. It'd be like that.
Does the scoop, throws away the shaker cup, screws the cap onto the top of the pre-workout
Pre-workout.
bottle and just drinks that. Bro, one of
Which
the comments says your heart is a muscle, train it to failure.
Which something that I've actually seen a lot of. I've seen someone do this. They did it like with like a fucked up container where they were at the bottom of the container and then they poured Monster into it and stirred it up and like people were taking a sip of it.
Oh my gosh. You're
And
gonna
it's
die.
like yeah, it's terrible. I also really like this comment that's meme at this point, but it says real.
Real, for real.
Like that the average real commenter. But yeah, honestly, if you start feeling that the caffeine is not hitting anymore, then I suggest that you go on a caffeine, especially if you might be experiencing like pre-workout poop. It's embarrassing, but the pre-workout poops are really bad. Then I would highly suggest taking a break from caffeine for like a week, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Or
What I've
cutting
been
back your
doing
dosage.
and yeah, for sure. I've seen like a really great I've seen some really great results by just switching off of caffeinated pre-workout every time I every time I go buy a new pre-workout. So, when I go, I'll get a low stim one anyway, 100 milligrams, with just, all the other stuff. So I don't get too overloaded on caffeine, but I have everything else still there.
You're going for a good pump.
Yeah, going for a good pump, not necessarily caffeine, right? And so then I'll switch off of that onto one that's very similar, but that just has no caffeine. And I'll switch back and forth. I've been doing that for like 3 cycles now. Not gear. I'm not doing gear, but I mean like I've been cycling, the pre-workouts, right? In between. And I've noticed a really great result, especially right at the beginning of when I switch to like the caffeinated one again. I'm just so pumped. I'm so jittery. I feel so like just beast mode, and so it's kind of awesome. Uh, you could probably even do that just like switching after you've used half or every week, like you're saying. But I'm too lazy to bring 2 things of pre workout to the gym with me, so
Oh
I just
yeah,
don't do that.
that's why you need the good old Gymshark bag, duffel.
Bro, I got that
Um,
bag. Oh, I don't have the duffel. I have the normal other bag.
I still need. I've changed.
That bag is hype.
I'm not boycotting Gymshark or anything. I know I made it might have made it sound like I was, but really I'm not. They actually do
They
have.
do, unfortunately.
um, but yeah, so good advice from the pre-workout. But next up we have this video that I am just by, and I want you to help me out what's going on. This is by
All right.
hissvO, who is a got the little check, so you know, an official
Mm,
account here.
this is official, yeah.
But I
Sweet.
I watched this video and I've been watch it with.
All right.
So the man's walking with like a massive bar and then trips,
And
smashes,
squishes a water bottle.
squishes a water bottle cleanly. I mean, it looks sick.
Yeah, it's just like rolled flat. Some guy is rolling a weight like in front of him and then stops. Yeah, I'm still just like trying to figure out like why he was carrying that weight.
And like,
Like,
first off, he also broke a phone. It looked like smashed it.
yeah, he just rolled the phone. Yeah, it was totally destroyed.
I like okay. So this is why I'm so confused by it, because the guy. So there's another guy walking in front of him holding like 3 plates, but and so that's the reason that it makes him trip or something. I don't even think it's the reason. He wasn't even close to him. And then it looks like they're kind of he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I like walked in front of you while rolling 3 plates while you were carrying like 500 pounds. Sorry, but like why were you carrying 500 pounds across the gym?"
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm most confused about. Like, I get it, you know, but at a certain point, like he's just walking. He's not really doing any. Like it's not like he's doing like lunges or like a farmer's carry or anything like that. He's just like he's holding it like he's front squatting, and
Or
he's just
Zercher.
walking. He's just walking somewhere. Yeah,
Not to
yeah.
mention like
I have no idea.
the second camera angle, this throws it off into like, okay, this is fake, because the second camera angle, like, I don't see anyone else recording there.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is fake. Um, I still don't know what it's trying to show, but I mean it is fake. I'm still confused by the plot.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what the purpose of it is. Like
The
he's
comments
just
don't help
like
at it as well.
no, the comments are just so all over the place as well. I'm reading them too. But it's like I don't know what he's trying to do, who he's trying to impress. Like he just there's no purpose for anything that's happening in this video.
I mean, cool. He can like walk and carry that stuff. I mean, okay, whatever. Next up, let's move on to something else. This is some of a music makes a good um point of eating chicken and rice and people. He's calling all of us out, so let's watch it.
All right, let's do it.
Whenever someone's like, yeah, I'm big on the gym, so, only plain chicken and white rice for me. I'm like, what, is paprika gonna ruin your gains? Some onions and tomatoes? Like, it doesn't have to be plain.
I mean, yeah, fair.
There.
It doesn't have to be plain.
Please don't make it plain. Put some salt,
Yeah,
pepper, paprika.
yeah. I mean, like if you're dumping barbecue sauce on it, then yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, like paprika has got like 0 calories. Salt, like also like zero
Garlic
calories.
powder,
Sodium, sure. Yeah, garlic powder,
onion
like
powder.
0 calories.
And then
Yeah, like you can spice that up, man.
and then again, like if you're going to the gym, you're gonna need that sodium to
Yeah.
replace your electrolyte. The only I believe the only time sodium gets bad is you're if you're like overweight or and you're
Yeah.
not like moving enough, then that's when the salt buildup is bad for you. Like if you're constantly
Mm-hmm.
exercising, sweating, moving, and go ahead with the sodium, man. You need it. Like a salt rock.
Yeah, bro. Seriously.
But some of the music, um, thank you for pointing that out and putting us on the right path once again. I'm still eating my ground beef.
Attaboy.
This is a PSA. Please put seasoning on rice. It's good stuff.
Y- Please, yes. And like, yeah, I don't know. There's not much more to say about that. Just do it. Don't be weird. You don't
Hey,
have to only eat plain stuff. Like you can try and cook. You can try and be a good cook
please
occasionally.
let him cook.
Like let him cook. For example, this week I'm making gyros, like Greek gyros. So I've got like my nice
Ooh,
pita bread. I've got some just like some good pork and some tzatziki sauce, which is like a Greek yogurt based sauce. So it's just protein to the max.
oh,
But I tell you what, that stuff is not gonna be plain, bro. It's not gonna be plain at all.
that stuff sounds so good.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, I don't know how to cook, so I'm dying right now. But I know how
fair.
to make
It's all right.
overnight oats and pasta with
Attaboy. That's all you need.
all I
There's
need.
breakfast and lunch and dinner right there.
Yep, and I've been living off of that. Anyway, we've been taking too much time with gymtok slander. We're now gonna move on to a quick overview of how our index card RPG session went. We did a one shot in Warp Shell system, which is the sci-fi space adventure. I'll give a real quick overview of what happened in that one shot, like story wise, but pretty much the story started off with you guys as mercenaries that went to went on a cruise ship because the person that you did an adventure with, he gave you guys an a free all expense paid cruise ship experience going to a planet called Paradise B2. And so you guys were in the gambling hall for a bit, um, while this NPC named Drake or something like that.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he was he was working on the artifact that you guys had off off screen, and that's when the artifact, which was like a pyramid, opens up and it starts emitting a red light that makes him go crazy. Now, if any of you guys were reptoids, that would have also made you well, but
Oh, sweet. Good,
so
good thing we weren't. Sheesh.
good thing you weren't. But pretty much like during the gambling hall and stuff, like you guys were losing money or on different games and stuff that you were playing, like what was it called? It was called Drunk Racing, where
Gronk racing. That was so hard. It was
you
totally
you
random.
yeah, you had to bet on one of the little space rats to see which one would win, and then you also had to play Devil's Dice, which I took off of it. That was a fun game. But pretty much,
Hmm.
Cedric goes insane, and you guys have to put him down. That's when a bunch of pirates, Reptoid pirates, show up and start wreaking havoc. You guys don't have your weapons. Some of you have, but for the most part, you guys are just surviving. spacecraft. You guys
Mm-hmm.
do a bunch of Reptoid pirates, which have nuclear like shotguns. I mean, radioactive shotguns, pretty sick. And then you guys had to fight this super big bad evil guy, crocodile Reptoid, who had explosives strapped into his stomach, where if you killed him, it would release a nuclear blast that would at least the entire ship. But you
Mm-hmm.
guys were able to escape, get all of the survivors out as well, and strap an ion grenade belt around him that allowed you to detonate it far. So you guys got into an escape pod, flew out, and then blew it up for the entire ship. But everyone. So that was how the adventure. Am I right?
Yeah, I thought that. Yes, sorry. I thought you were gonna say something else.
Yeah, my bad.
No, I thought it was great. It was awesome. Um, I thought that the I thought that the system allowed for like a good amount of freedom, and it was pretty simple. It wasn't very hard to learn, even as just someone that was like had never touched ICRPG before. And I don't think it was because of D&D at all. Like it's similar, yeah, but it's there's not just a butt ton of abilities, especially when we were just like level 1 or whatever I guess we were. It was not super hard. You just pick like a starting ability, a starting loot, and that's it.
Exactly.
You know,
No,
it
yeah,
is very
that's
simple. You have like you don't have any crazy like abilities. Um, Although I would say my character was kind of amazing. I played a ghost
oh,
armor mechanic, and ghost armors, what they can do is they inhabit like an armor, and obviously, and so they can work with machinery and stuff, like go into machines and
like
make
possess
them
machines.
do. Yeah, they possess machines, right? And so with the mechanic as well, it was like perfect because I chose the jerry rigger starting ability, which basically made it so I could put two machines together to perform like a hybrid function. And
It came in so much
as long as I
handy. So handy.
literally like we would have lost so many times because what did I do? I put like I had to be kind of creative, So I was like, okay, I picked up like a flambe gas canister and like I pulled the timer out of an oven and I put them together and made an explosive like out of that. And so
So cool.
technically those are two machines and it performed a hybrid function and I just like blasted like these a bunch of reptoids,
Yeah,
but it was kind of funny because it only lasts for 1d6 rounds, and so I think that one was like 2 rounds that I had it. So I was like, oh freak, I just get rid of it. It's like a hot potato.
dude, it was so good um because for the longest time, like you guys didn't have weapons. Like only half the group were able to get their weapons, and you were one
Yeah,
of them that couldn't get a weapon. So you had to use that ability to weapons, and
yeah.
not to mention, so we had three experienced players that played D&D, you included. Then we had one new
Hmm.
player that has never played before, but he was able to create a really good character in 15 minutes, and he was able to find a voice. He was able to role play him actually really well, and he also just had like a fun time with really rules like create system that allows how like players that where they're gonna be like, oh, like this is a game where I can do anything I want. It's like, yeah, 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 you can do whatever you want, and it won't try to do something ridiculous. And it's well, I can't really. Well, in this system, it it gives you more of that ability. I mean, with the Jerry Rigger ability, oh my gosh, that was peak. That was peak
Yeah,
creativity.
it's so good.
It was like
I feel like I'm good with that kind of creativity, like forming things from things around me and doing the best, as opposed to like magic, like in D&D. You have to really know the magic system to be able to be an effective mage. Otherwise, like you're just gonna pick damaging spells and that's it, right? Because those
Yeah.
are the obvious good ones, and those are great. But if you know the system well, you know that you can use like heat metal to do some really stupid stuff, and like supercharge someone's weapon by using heat metal and having it deal like 3d6 damage on top of whatever other damage that person's going to do with their weapon. And it's just like ridiculous, things like that.
Yeah.
But with this system, it was very nice because that complexity was kind of stripped away, and I was like, all right, we're in the kitchen, what do they got? Like, do they have a flambe, uh like a flambe gas canister? All right, what else? Oh, there's some, what are they called, appliances. There's some appliances here. Okay, did they have an oven? Oh, I'll take the timer out of the oven. Boom,
Yep.
there you go.
Yeah, it is.
Or like I is oh no, oh my gosh. And then, oh, what was it too? At the very, very end, when we were fighting that big reptoid guy that had the nuclear bomb like inside of his chest, I finally got my weapons, and I had like 6 ion grenades on a bandolier, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, crap, I have one turn. What can I do that will like make me be able to kill this guy, but also have all of us be able to escape as we were just like getting on the ship? And I grabbed, what did I do? So I grabbed
You
my
pulled
ion
out the
grenade canisters, and I pulled out the card reader because it was a wireless card reader. I pulled out the card reader on the lockers that my stuff was stored in, and I attached it to the exploding mechanism of one of the ion grenades,
Yep.
and I hucked it over onto the big guy. And as we flew away, I just like activated my card and caused the thing to blow up.
Yeah,
And
it
so
was
I was
like,
like, let's freaking go.
it was so sick because you're in the escape pod, you swipe the card, and then you just see the entire ship explode in a
Just
nuclear
like nuclear
blast.
bomb. It was
Um
kind of hype.
oh yeah, it was a hype system. Not to mention just like how diverse the settings are. I mean, because like with D&D, there's a lot of conversion rates of trying to make it into a a space setting. Um
Yeah, especially like balancing guns as well. Like that was,
oh, that's
I
so
remember
tough.
when we did that with like our mission friends, with Middleton. He was a gunslinger, and it worked well,
Yeah,
but it just kind of felt like arbitrary, and I had to put a lot of like restrictions onto his guns, like his misfire scores and things like that, to
yeah.
make it like balanced, because it would do like 1d10 plus 1 plus his like dex or something each time he fired,
That's
but
like
he
too
had
many
to
pluses.
reload. And yeah, I know, it's a lot of pluses, it's very complicated. But this one is just like, yeah, you just like roll a d, what was it,
20.
d10 for a gun.
Oh yeah, it's a D10 for
Oh,
all
well, to
damage.
hit, but a damage, yeah.
Oh no, D8 is guns. D10
D8
was
for
for
gun,
plasma.
D10 for like plasma, yeah.
Yeah, which
Not that I ever really like used my guns that often.
yeah, sadly not. But
It's okay.
honestly, the guns in D&D as well, I just feel like they don't do as much damage because in real life, if you get hit by a bullet, like that's like
You're
game
done.
over. Like you're out of that
Yeah.
fight, right?
Yeah. Even if you're not dead, you're still down.
Yeah, it's like you should probably just lay down and just like stop fighting. Like you have a bullet.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Yes, exactly.
like the HP in D&D is so astronomically high, and like if you're fighting an enemy of that stature, it's okay, yeah, that could be. But like if it's like a person, it doesn't really make that much sense. But in
Yeah.
ICRPG, because all of you started off with 10 hit points, no matter what, and you guys stayed at when a
The
bullet
entire
hits
time,
you,
yeah.
yeah, when a bullet hits and it did like the max would have been like 8 points of damage. I mean, boom, you guys are knocked down to 2 HP. Like you guys would be like, okay, I'm at 2 HP. I gotta get out of here. Bullets were deadly.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's another thing that I liked about that, just having it more like gritty with the HP and the fights gritty. Like you guys, I felt you guys were fighting to nail for survival.
Yeah,
Um, which
100%.
which in D&D you have to like really up the scales to like uh make it feel like they're fighting tooth and nail. Like right now in my D&D game running it last night, yeah, they were fighting tooth and nail, but that's because I took away their stuff because they were about to get executed. They really had to improvise, take whatever weapons they capture, riot at crowds and whatnot, and like that's when now they're fighting. That doesn't happen all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. I also really liked your character's ability to just possess certain machine. I thought that was
Yeah,
so
I thought
cool.
that was very interesting. So cool.
Where so one of the doors were locked with a pad, and so he just possesses it because that's what a ghost armor can do. It can like come out of his armor, possess any machine, and he's able to understand the whole mechanism workings.
Yeah.
So he was able to
I'm
be
able
like,
to like cause it to do its job
"Yep,
normally.
yeah." So you were like, "Okay, well, I know how to open this." So you possess it, and then it opens. It was a clutch moment. Um, and let's say Yam's out like, "Oh, that's way overpowered or whatever." Put a demon software certain mission have the fight. I think that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Like, that was something I was thinking of, but it would not make sense. Demon software. But yeah, Brian, what would you say? What would you give the overall system? Like, would think yeah, well, I guess what would you rate it compared to D? What would you rate D 5e and ICRPG?
I think that for like DMs that are starting, I think that D&D has a better like rigid structure to allow you to more easily balance things because in ICRPG if you aren't being like if you aren't aware of like damage and stuff and like how DMing works, you could very easily just kill all of your characters. Like it's not it would be very easy to do that. But I think in D&D there's like a little more balance, like a little more
Mhm.
rigid structure to how to do things, how to balance things, like especially with like creature ratings and challenge ratings and stuff like that. I think that's good. But I think for players starting out, ICRPG is like a great way to get them into the genre and show them that hey, you actually can do like whatever you want. Like it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. It leaves it a lot like the abilities are like so oh okay. Like we can use a lot of stuff for this. And there were moments where I was DMing, you guys were using items that were like very open ended, or like I would not have even seen relevance for. That were just so good. Like the little like metal welder thingy, or like like a armor spray or something, and they were able to use that to heal your character got damaged. But
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, they just had like because what happened was like my like the tubes on my suit got cut, and so they just patched them with like a tube patching kit, and it was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Of course, that's where
yeah,
the damage is. I'm a ghost, so I don't actually take damage.
yeah, but your armor could die, so it's like yeah, it's really cool. But I would agree too. I have accidentally done a TPK in X card RPG because it's very easy to do that action economy. But yeah, honestly, I had a blast with X card RPG. Great one shot. I would totally agree with. Have a friend that's hesitant, introduce them to the rules light system. they won't get a headache from everything. Um, and yeah, I think anyway, a good. So
I
yeah,
think
with
so
that,
too.
that think that is all we have planned today. Is there
Hmm.
anything else that we wanted to go over?
No, no, I think that's all right.
Excellent. Well, Bryant, I'm glad that you were able to join us once again for another episode of Natty Wonders, and we all hope that you enjoyed the episode. Next week, I think we're going to do another set of long rest stories. What do you think?
I like it.
Excellent. Stick around for that. And we'll see you guys. Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Hey, adventurer. Looks like you made it to the end of this episode. Again, we're so grateful that you listened to this project of ours. And hey, if you enjoyed, why not share your favorite episode? It helps us out, and when you hit share, you will always roll a natural 20 on your first roll. And to spice up the deal, we'll even give you a nice, juicy PR that you've always been dreaming of. Want to play a bigger part in the adventure? Follow us on Instagram at Natty Wonders. Send us your best gym talk slanders, and we'll review them on the show. Have a great day.